And then the third one is the social media that we talked in the beginning that Gary Vee wanted you to do. He said in 2023, you're going to lose in business. And I'm already seeing people, for example, that they want to raise capital because they want to be effective. They're doing their best to, have their thought leadership platform do what it needs, meeting people in person, having good relationships, and then they fail on the social media. They don't post anything on social. If I can use myself as an example, Dallin and I were talking about how his meetup was really, really effective. We were seeing 8,000 plus faces a year, which is just insane. Dallin's meetup is incredibly popular. And if he's seeing about 120-ish once a month, then he's seeing, let's just do 120 multiplied by 12. Okay. And that's like 1,400-ish, 1,500, 1,400, 1,500 faces in a year. And we were at 8,000. And you're like, how? Well, we met 3 times a week in 3 different locations. We had the same speaker. We were focused on social media. And so here's a couple of tips and tricks to be more effective at your social. A, don't be afraid of it. B, take pictures at your meetup, or take pictures when you are with your guest on your podcast, or take pictures when you're doing something cool. And what I did to grow my meetup is during the meetup, I would take pictures, and then at the end I would post, and I would make the person feel like they really missed out. The person, meaning that person who went on my social and saw me post about this, because they didn't get to meet those people. They didn't get to get that value, for example. So I would share some of the value. I would share, if you missed it, we had this epic person talk about how they did this amount of stuff in this time. We meet every week, and next week's going to be really popular. So we use those pictures, the social proofing of the people at the meetup having fun, having a good time, of the really famous speaker. Dallin talked about how he got Robert to just come to his meetup because Robert was friends with another person who was going to be there. And then how he went and said, hey, do you want to say hi to my people? And Robert Kiyosaki, very popular, wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad, spoke for about 10 minutes at his meetup group. And that adds credibility to him. Of course, Dallin's probably taken pictures of Robert. He might take pictures of he and Robert, like Dallin and Robert together, and Robert Kiyosaki on stage. And now Dallin can use this. I shared a stage with Robert Kiyosaki. Robert spoke at my meetup. Robert spoke at this meetup. Robert came to this meetup. Or now he can have Robert Kiyosaki, famous author, to be part of his podcast recording. So he's already started to get this connection with him. Now we can have him on. And all while he's doing this, he can send pictures of the meetup and say, look who showed up at the meetup. Just randomly came to our meetup because we have the best meetup. Now we're getting something called it's social proof and fear of missing out. So that means the person who sees Dallin, for example, posting that Robert came on his own without paying him or all. Now he can say, it's kind of rad that we have such an effective meetup group that a lot of people know about, and it's the number one in our space. And even this famous author who is in this space attended. What if he comes back? You don't want to miss out. Now the person's saying, if Robert attends, I should attend too. That's a social proofing. Or you see that there's 120 people at that event. And now you're thinking, the 120 people have made the decision that this is where they want to be. Maybe I should at least check it out because I might want to be there too. This is the way that you use your social media. This is the way that I use my social. I would take pictures. I would tell people what they missed out on and tell people about the next event at the same time. I would say, next event is one that you can't miss because this person, this is what you're going to learn. These are the types of people that are going to be there. Let me know if you want the link. And then I get a lot of people saying, yeah, I'll come, or I'd be interested. And then now I'm giving them the link so that they can be a member of our group. And that helped us grow a lot, in so much that we were able to see over 8,000 faces a year. So much that I got to speak at Meetup headquarters, which is kind of a cool experience to meet all the engineers at the 6th floor, go up there and just sit down and hang out with them and understand the algorithms, right? I would never have achieved greatness. I would have never achieved success. I would have never achieved a lot of attendees to my group or listeners to my podcast if I didn't post it on social? And that's the thing that you are probably most afraid of. You are likely like, I'm not sure if I want to put myself out there. I'm not sure if I want to push this stuff down people's throats. I'm not sure if I want to offend my friends that are already my friends, because if I share anything about my business or whatever, I'm either going to come across as this arrogant, or I'm going to like have my friends, one of them is going to call me out because they don't really know how good I am at this, or they're going to leave me, or they're going to stop following me. And so whatever the reason, a lot of people, you might not be alone, right? A lot of people feel afraid of the social.